Welcome back to the channel. Oh, tonight is going to be a nice one. Oh, I can't even tell you. Yeah, tonight is one of those ones where I'm going to laugh a lot and someone's going to cry at the end of this because, like I said, laugh now, cry later. Oh my God. So let me just tell you the title of this one and you can figure out how this is going to go. Why would Paizo make a 5E product? For money. This isn't rocket science, Knights of Last Call. So today I've heard a lot of stuff coming out about Paizo and their new Abomination Volts coming out for 5E and everyone freaking out that, oh my God, how can Paizo make a 5E product? Oh my God, they must be going out of business. Oh my God, the only way they can survive is by making 5E. No. What Paizo is doing is what anybody would do that had any brains and common sense when you have one competitor in the market that controls 90% of this current market. So let me explain it to you all who are missing some of the nuances, because a lot of people, and I mean this specifically to say a lot of people, I'm talking about Knights of Last Call. I saw their video and I laughed a lot because I'm like, Jesus, you must not know anything about business. And I don't mean that in a nice way. I mean that in a, Jesus, dude, what are you talking about? So let's just get to it. All right, first and foremost, Paizo making this 5th edition product is smart. Wizards controls, realistically, let's keep it real, 90% of the market. Paizo probably another, let's be honest, they control maybe 4, 5%. Honestly, let's keep it 100% honest. Wizards is a huge, huge, huge company. And to act like Paizo needs to be as big as them to be a success doesn't make any sense in any kind of common sense. I mean, we both agree that Wizards of the Coast is this dominating force, and it will be because they created role-playing games as they are. They are the biggest, most well-funded, most well-known idea of what role-playing is. Anyone who is in their 40s and 50s played D&D in the 80s when it first came out, and the 70s, but really the 80s when it really came out. It is no surprise to me that they'd be the largest player in the field. And so many people making the comparison of Coke and Pepsi, saying, would Pepsi make a product that Coke... First of all, let's deal with some basic common sense facts. Coke and Pepsi each control about 40 to 45% of the market. Those two big guys control, 85 to 90% of the market. Marvel and DC control about 40% of the market each. So that's 80% of the market they control. Dungeons and Dragons controls 90% of the market by itself. There is no second competitor. There is no real competitor to them. They make so much money because of who they are. So when people make these comparisons, they don't even understand basic economics of business. They're not similar. They're not ever going to be similar. Wizards of the Coast will always be larger than Paizo. Paizo will never be as big as them. But here's the fun part. Paizo doesn't have to be. Paizo doesn't have to be as big as Wizards to be a success. I've heard people talk about this, oh, well, they won't be successful. They'll be going out of business because of this. No, dummies. Oh my God. No. What Paizo's doing is the easiest, simplest idea. There is a popular player in the market. He controls the majority of the market, but he's opened it up that you can make products for it. Well, if I'm a small publisher, and they're a small publisher, 4%, they're the biggest of the small, but they're still a small publisher. If I could get, some access to that 90%, or even better, get that 90%, maybe get out of that 90%, let's say 100% of that 90%, we'll do one of those. Let's say a Paizo just gets 30% of people to look at it. 30%. 30% of that group looks at it, maybe likes it, buys it. Remember, Paizo's only 4%. So we're talking 5 to 8 times the amount of people and money coming to them. Why would they not make it? You'd be an idiot not to make it. Paizo has the intellectual property already made. They got tons of stuff, tons of content. People love it. They support it. It's better than the generic stuff you read. And people admit that. All of it's not perfect, but enough people like it. Do I think that Paizo could get, up to 30% of the people who play D&D to maybe look at it or maybe put some money down in it? Yeah, I think that's possible. I think that is easily possible for them. Also with that, they're going to make a lot of money for this. They'll pay for their other products because suppose this product does really well. Suppose this product does sell that 30% I'm talking about. This one book might do, let's say 7 times, 8 times what their normal book would do. So instead of it making, let's just say $100, it makes 700. Geez, I wonder what you'd do with that extra $600 you didn't think you were going to get. And let's suppose this book cost them, and we're using small numbers just to make the math real simple. Let's suppose the book cost them $25 to make instead of the 20 that normally would. That's still a good ratio. 4 to 1, boom. And then another 7 times. Dude, this is a cash grab for them. It's a great move. It's smart. Paizo wants to make some money off of someone else's hard work. And best of all, Paizo gets to play in their playground using their stuff. Paizo knows what it does very well. They've got a strong story. They've got people behind it. And some people have never played Pathfinder. Some people have never heard of Pathfinder. There's always new people coming in the industry. And people screaming, yes, it's bigger than it's ever been. Well, this is perfect for Paizo because now Paizo can use 5e to help advertise them. They've hooked themselves to a runaway rocket, and they're going to keep going farther with it. It is a brilliant idea. If you can't see why this is a brilliant idea and your ego's caught in, well, they're not the biggest, you should be doing business. Go sit down, let the adults talk, and you go do something quiet. I would suggest play with Play-Doh, maybe eat some glue, because that's what you seem qualified for. There's too many people out here talking about the business of this who can't spell cat. So let's get it together, okay? Paizo doing this, smart business. And if you had any kind of brain, you'd know this is smart business. But most people don't. Most people's idea of being a smart businessman is because they made one product 50 billion years ago that sold 6 copies to their friends and they think they're successful. Stop it. Just stop it. Just stop it. And really think about this. Take your ego out of this. And I know it's hard for a lot of you guys who play D&D and even Pathfinder. Take your ego out. Understand what the long game is. The long game of any successful business is to make a profit. And when someone backs up a truck of, hey, would you like some free money? You say yes. You don't think about it. You don't debate about it. You say yes. And that's what you do. And that's what Paizo is doing. And I think this is a great idea for Paizo. And I think a lot of you people who don't understand business are going to say a lot of dumb things and continue on saying dumb things. Now, I'm going to give a little kindness. I'm glad Knights of Last Call put something like this out so I can do a lovely response video. This is all I'm going to say about this. After watching the Knights of Last Call video, I'm hoping they learn what real business is. It isn't following 5e, because anybody will tell you back in the old day it was following 3.0 and 3.5, and some guys followed 4.0 and they got killed in it. 5e is just another rung in the ladder of products. But there's going to be a 6e, and there's going to be a 7e, and this is going to continue on because this is what happens when you develop games and that kind of thing. Not a surprise. Not a big surprise to me. No big shock. But if Paizo is smart, they're going to make a good, pretty penny on this and help them in all kinds of different ways. And best of all, they're going to convert some of those people into followers of their products, and maybe not even their like regular role-playing products. Maybe their books. Those ebooks they do and the regular printer books. Paizo selling their IP. This ain't rocket science. Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Do me a huge favor. Please put a comment below if you think that I'm crazy, because I could be wrong. Or maybe Knights of Last Call need a little introduction to some business and maybe figure some stuff out. But wow, that video. Wow. I might even put a link in it here because I think it's that kind of crazy of, wow, I couldn't believe you guys messed this up so badly. What can I say? These things happen in the gaming industry. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you all later.